Welcome everyone, this is another OSS duel. I am the Music Man 2, I'm joined by my man Tetsu. We're here to watch a night off extravaganza right here. Right now we're on our second turn.
That's right, we have Champion2421 versus Dummy4.4. Dummy4.4, the second OSS night in history champion, king of the zombies, and also very potent with Chaos Dragons, as he's now showing with this Curry Bandit play.
Yeah, but looks like it didn't get his spell or trap. All five were just dark and lights.
That's not really the point of Curry Bandit in a Chaos Dragon deck.
I suppose so. Chris the Crackajon, Directs Attack Champion, 6,100 is already off his life point counter, and Dummy is not too far behind at 7,000.
And now we have a monster reincarnation. He gets to pitch a card to add any monster from grave to hand, and he chooses Dark Armed Dragon.
And he discards White Dragon Burst. What was that? Yep. White Dragon.
And the DAD play is actually live right now.
Holy
so Dark Armed Dragon hits the field. He can banish a dark to pop a card. He can do this as many times per turn as he'd like.
But at least the first turn, it can only be 3.
Oh, and seriously, the compulsory on Dark Armed Dragon, that's just harsh.
What I'm surprised is that card didn't freeze. That's all I'm surprised about. Alexander Dragon is resummoned.
Let's not go into that joke quite yet.
Nope. There's still so much more to explore. Chris the Crackajon goes to the grave. Dummy's down 6,900. Clear field, but not anymore. He has one face down spell or trap. Champion's up now. What will he do? Mathematician on the field.
Mathematician will mill out Eclipse Wyvern, likely. Eclipse will then banish a card. That's my assumption.
We've seen in this kind of deck before.
Or the Collapse Pin for the extra DAB play.
And there we go. And we're going to see a dark be popped. What's that face down? Wow, another send a hand card.
Man, Dummy is really not letting up with the DAD hate.
And we're seeing another banish to see Dark Flare Dragon. Another banish of Gortz. We have 4 monsters direct attacking.
And there's Battle Fader.
Battle Fader, everybody. And the Regeki, because...
Oh, that Regeki. Unfortunately, though,
yeah,
that means the next draw for Champion will be dead, because that's Dark Armed Dragon. Let's see if there's a Dark Hole awaiting, or Regeki or Mirror Force or something like that.
We will have to find out. Although Regeki may seem a little overkill, but in turn, he did prevent a Tribute Summon. White Dragon Word Buster. Oh. Guess he can't use his ability.
Yep, that Wyvern Burster got nice and killed. And it couldn't add Collapse Pin to hand. I don't think there were any Collapse Pins left in the deck.
I believe I counted 2 already in the grave. But I will have to figure that out a little bit later.
2 Collapse Pin, 2 Wyvern Burster does sound fairly typical.
3 I think would be a little overkill.
No, not really overkill, but bricky beyond belief.
Yes.
And he's bracing for that Mirror Force that doesn't happen.
Or not happen yet. Dummy's down to 5,300. Champion is 5,900. Battle is still fairly close.
This is neck and neck right now, folks.
Reborn Tengu.
And boom goes the dynamite on Dark Flare Dragon. Everyone, go ahead and hate me for saying that particular turn of phrase.
Nah, I'd rather you not say that, and just say something like, time for you to be shut out by the Dark Flare Light. Like again, my words don't exactly use
praise. That was even more cringe than what I said.
That's why I say it and not you. Oh wow, we have a lot of good spell or traps choice here. Alexander Dragon.
Decisions.
I saw a Dark Hole, a Call of a Haunted, and I think another card. Probably Twin Twisters. And I only saw 1 monster there. We'll see what happens. Dark Hole is chosen.
Let's see if Dummy will pull the card that could possibly save him.
Let's see. Well, Dummy has 2 cards in his hand now, 1 face down, and 1 reborn. How would you get it?
It doesn't look like he pulled the card he needed.
Tetsu, if you were in this situation, what card would you need at this point?
All I can think of is Raigeki, actually.
Chris the Crack of Dawn?
Maybe Dark Simourgh, but that's kind of iffy.
Yeah, there's not much you could really do. I'd maybe just at least Dark Hole. Chris the Crack of Dawn wouldn't be destroyed, and Reborn Tengu would bring out another one, and would just wipe out his field.
And that Chris wouldn't be destroyed either if
absolutely.
So, that field nuke would result in deck thinning and Chris saying, haha, fuck you, I'm still here.
Yep. But, we see the Dark Arm Dragon drop, and we'll see
That's the 3rd summon for Dark Arm Dragon?
Let's see if there'll be a 4th. Nope, Twin Twisters. But, as of right now, even with all the nukes that he's going to throw down, Dummy will still survive this turn.
Maybe. It all depends on if Champion has another monster to summon, pardon.
And he just sent a monster using Foolish Burial.
And then immediately banishes it to get rid of that Reborn Tengu, who will spawn another one.
Yep. And this should be his last Reborn.
Field wiping at its finest.
Absolutely. I used to not like at all whenever I was summoned against Dark Arm Dragon. The Alexander Dragon attacks, and Dark Arm Dragon knocks out for 2,800. Dummy's at 2,100.
Dummy is sitting at only 2,100 points. Champion at 5,500. Only 2 cards in hand. Let's see if he can do anything to counteract that devastating Dark Arm Dragon.
What can happen here, guys? What can happen? Dummy's having an HMMMM moment, so we can only figure out for sure what's going to happen. Dark Arm Dragon?
Just 1 card set.
Well, the question
and now it's Champion's turn. He's going to use Dark Arm Dragon one more time. And it gets wing blasted.
Man.
So Dummy will survive this turn with 100 points left, assuming Champion does not summon another monster.
And Dummy's kind of just asking at this point. He wants to side his deck. Here he is, Curry Bandit. Curry Bandit direct attacks. And
that is the first game, ladies and gentlemen. A difficult duel between Champion2421 and Dummy4.4. Music Man, what were your thoughts?
It was a very engaging duel. There was a lot of back and forth happening, but despite how much Dummy could prepare for Dark Arm Dragon, it just eventually had to come out. I mean, if you would have summoned that another time, that would have been 4 times straight up that Dark Arm Dragon would be on the field.
And for the specific summoning conditions required for Dark Arm Dragon, the ability to maintain the graveyard presence that you want, that's fairly impressive.
Yes. Indeed, but I think just by deck structure, Champion seems to have the better deck. But let's see if Sighting changed the course of this match for Dummy. Looks like it did.
We're already opening up with a sided card, Prohibition, the staple side card. Let's see what he calls.
What do you think you would call? I would call Dark Arm Dragon.
Yeah,
and
I would be pretty upset about that Dark Arm Dragon too.
Yeah, I would prohibit Dad too. Dads are so overrated. Alright. Champion puts down a monster in defense mode.
No monster summoned on Dummy's side though. That's a little concerning for him.
I'm looking at the 2 face downs. That's what I'm looking at. Champion puts...
Dummy, however, seems rather confident right now, so let's just trust in our friend the Knight. And a normal tribute summon of Light Pulsar Dragon will put Eclipse Wyvern in the graveyard. but Bottomless has something to say about that.
He'll still be able to keep the monster banished. Red Eye's Darkness Metal Dragon.
None other than good old Red Eye's Darkness Metal Dragon.
Which in turn, Red Eye's Darkness Metal Dragon and Eclipse Wyvern are a very good strategy in between.
And Red Eye's Darkness Metal is already going to be pulled to hand since Eclipse Wyvern was banished. And another freeze.
Freeze on warning, which means we're going to be backtracking a little bit since Champion won the first duel. So we'll be right back, and we will give you Game 2 right after this. 1. And we are...
Welcome back to this duel. Off-screen, Game 1, there were, 4 refreshes, and now we're at a 5th refresh here. Goodness gracious.
Nexus. You're so beta, but we so love you anyway. Actually, yeah, is this on beta now, or is this the official kind of deal?
It's still under beta. Alright, here we are, round 2 of Champion2421 versus Dummy4.4.
Champion will start off.
Opens us up with a good old general Chaos Dragon play, milling out Eclipse Wyvern into Dark Armored Dragon. The turn now goes to Dummy.
No face downs though. And Dummy will special summon Kaiser Voice Raider.
It's Chaos Dragons. You never use face downs in Chaos Dragons.
Interesting point. Voice Raider increases his attack to 2400. Dummy puts down 3 face down cards. And we will see what Champion will bring to the table. Twin Twisters.
Twin Twisters, always a fun choice.
Discards Alexander Dragon, chooses the first to set. And
there's a Magic Drain. Not a card you often get to see in OSS. It negates the activation of a spell card unless the person who holds that spell card discards another spell from their hand.
Magic Drain and Stormy Mirror Force were the cards destroyed, and Raigeki took out that pesky Kaiser Voice Raider.
With the Dark Hole actually discarded to negate that Magic Drain, so that's actually a lot of field removal already gotten rid of.
That's, I think, the one thing I like about Magic Drain. It's not exactly a card that you will use to negate a spell, but it will force your opponent to get rid of another spell in that hand, and that could be just as important down the road.
Indeed it can. Dummy ends by setting 1 card face down.
The Card Trooper back on the field, and it will go back to the hand.
Good old Compulse. Dummy draws. Let's see what he puts on the field. Dummy says, sit your ass down.
Card Trooper returns.
And Card Trooper hits the field once again.
And looks like he'll be able to mill.
And this time Card Trooper is here to stay, it looks like.
Yep, but he's only milled 2 cards.
He milled out Black Dragon Collapsor, White Dragon Wyvern Burster, and Chaos Sorcerer. And that Card Trooper gets returned to the hand once more.
I guess for right now, this is all Dummy can do. Just repel, repel, repel. 1 card face down, 3 in hand. Hopefully Dummy will be able to turn this around.
This is actually a fairly ideal situation for Dummy if you sit down and look at it, because he is effectively stopping so many plays that a lot of resources are getting used up. Oh, and another freeze.
On Wing Blast, nonetheless. And we'll be back with Game 2 fairly quickly. But in the meantime... what am I thinking about in the meantime? I'm thinking perhaps how Dummy will turn this around. Because really, in terms of a Chaos deck, the longer you face it, the more likely...
especially one as explosive as Dragons.
Absolutely. I mean, the longer you face a Chaos deck, the more likely your opponent's field's going to get swarmed. There's going to be so many dangerous monsters on the field, And even Dark Arm Dragon, the first day it comes out, it can pop 3 cards unless you stop it.
And that's why, if you actually think about it, Macrocosmos would be lethal in a deck like against a deck like this. Same thing with cards like Summon Limit or Imperial Iron Wall. Imperial Iron Wall actually run in a lot of side decks. For decks like Chaos Dragons, Chaos Monarchs, and actually zombie decks because of cards like Mezuki.
I'm surprised we haven't seen an Imperial Iron Wall yet. But maybe it's just somewhere in Dummy's deck.
I actually would doubt that.
And Gort's a special summon to the field. Champion's down to 61. And Dark Hole making very clever use of Chris the Crack of Dawn. Dummy ends with 1 card face down.
Again, cannot be destroyed by spell or trap cards once per turn.
So, very handy card to have. Plus, it's a generally strong level 4. It's a 1900 attack points. It's a very strong level 4 beater. Not the strongest, but definitely its effect helps out in the long run.
Will Champion be milling out Eclipse Wyvern? Yes, he will. Dark Arm Dragon will be banished. More than likely either that or Red Eyes Darkness. And it was Dark Arm.
Oh, what do you know?
That is another thing that Chaos Dragons can say. They have a lot of consistent and fairly linear plays.
Absolutely.
But they do have the ability to get explosively erratic.
Absolutely. We see Instant Fusion. He pays 1,000 life points. My money's on Thousand Eyes Restrict. But we'll see what... Yep, Thousand Eyes Restrict. And he's going to bring...
Probably going to be a tribute summon into Light Pulsar.
Well, check this out. Thousand Eyes Restrict, will he be tributed? Or more likely, did Dummy freeze on that face down? My money's on that. Nope. 2 more cards are banished. Dark Flare Dragon
Or
returns.
a banish play? That will seal him out of attacking this turn, though.
Yep. Absolutely. But at least Dummy will still be saved with his 8,000 life points.
However, he looks to be in a very tough spot when he freezes.
Solemn Warning was the card he was going to activate. I guess on Dark Flare Dragon.
This just is not Dummy's day, is it?
No, it is not. But I haven't caught up on Legends of Tomorrow, DC's Legends of Tomorrow, because I'm pretty sure one of their colder villains kind of hit the pickaxe, if you know what I'm saying.
I really don't.
Alright, good. That makes just one of us.
Well, Fierce, this is actually freeze number 6 now.
That's, I suppose, the one thing.
Alright, and round 2 is starting once again.
Duality. But what will Champion bring out?
Could Dummy have pulled a good hand?
Well, we've got about 7 opening hands by now, so law of averages has to come in sometime. He chooses Dark Hole.
That's what you would think.
The Sage of 6 Hands. Jerry Bandit.
BRG, 6 freezes means 7 hands.
Don't worry, we'll get to 7. I have faith that Dummy will win this duel and we'll go to match 3. And Rikeki is brought through Curry Bandit. Champion.
Let's definitely hope that Dummy wins this one. We definitely want to see a round 3 between these two Titanic Knights.
Something I've really noticed in these duels. Okay, 2 Shards of Greed, one face down. Is that Dummy always seems to attack Champion first. He's always the first one to lose life points. Have you noticed that?
And Dummy is actually a more control-oriented player. Oh, in this particular matchup, Then again, in a lot of Champion's decks, he's very highly aggressive while still maintaining control of the board. So this is what makes it a very interesting matchup, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. And Dummy now takes 1,600. He is actually the first time in this game, I believe, he's actually taken damage first. We see 2 greed counters put on the Shard of Greeds, and we'll see what happens from here on out. Pot of Duality, Upstart Goblin, Dark Simourgh, and Magic Drain. All good cards.
The Upstart Goblin was a smart choice.
Yep, it's just an easy replace card, simple +1. Life points can easily be removed. End phase.
Now let's see what Champ does. He gets rid of that set card.
Set card reveals to be Phoenix Wing
Wind Blast.
But what now?
At this point, Dummy4.4 is totally open to attacks. We just have to wait and see if Champion decides to blow up the field. Or swarm the field.
Very true. We don't know.
Blowing up the field would not be a smart move here.
No. Even though a Twin Twisters would really damage Dummy's chances of drawing, he would still have 4 cards in his hand.
Why do I feel like he did that? Just because I said that wouldn't necessarily be a smart move.
I just don't know.
And there's the Light Pulsar Dragon. I guess it was a smart move. Thank you for proving me wrong, Champion.
And Red Eyes Darkness Mode Dragon is in. Light Pulsar Dragon is out. And here's that good Chaos
that was
card.
A smart move.
Burial from the Different Dimension.
Because that also puts the Eclipse Wyvern back into the graveyard, but that's not really what we're concerned with. There is a loop there between Light Pulsar and Red Eyes Darkness Metal. That is a very dangerous combo that's going to prove hell for Dummy if he can't pull something out.
Actually, I think this might be the end right here. 2,500, 2,800.
Another freeze.
Another freeze in this Game 2 extravaganza. It's strange how we never get past this point. But now, I mean, personally, I could see this duel very much go close to Champion. I think he had very much control of this duel. But, I don't know.
However, you also have to understand that... hold on. Let me check Grave real quick. There was still possibility that Dummy could pull into something akin to, I don't know, Ryza, Raigeki, Caius. Any sort of removal good removal, will definitely harm that field.
Yeah, I mean, he would have to, yeah, then...
Just like Fierce just said, there would be 4 draws coming up during the next turn because of those 2 shards of greed, meaning actually not 4, but 5 draws, including the normal the normal draw.
Very true. He could get a lot. Actually, he'd be getting almost at least a 1/6 of his deck. But we are going into a new link, and we are going to explore this a little bit further in our next round of Game 2. We'll be right back. And we're just about to enter...
Welcome back! We keep saying that at the same time.
I think you just have the impulse to keep running into when recording first starts. I like that energy. And actually, I like when you solo commentate. You have a lot of awesome energy that comes to the table. But, okay, Champion's starting the duel with nothing. Field's blank. Dummy activates Pawn Duality.
Saying he finally got a good hand, which might be able to perhaps give Champion a good run for his money. We'll definitely have to see. But Champion does take 1,900 straight to the face without a Gorz to back him up.
I would imagine that Gorz would be there. But then I also imagine Dummy using a Dark Hole. And then, yes, I'd be saying Deja Vu. Because, yes, these moves are being played over and over and over again. but just in different
And there's a Thousand Eyes Restrict to absorb that Chris. Looks like Restrict is getting rather hungry. Oh, but we get the Solemn saying, no, fuck you, it was dicks.
Note to self, I have to put TVMA in the upper left-hand corner. Dark Smell Dragon reappears.
You're welcome.
But let's see, he's using a special ability. He's bringing out Dark Flare Dragon, and this is going to hurt Dummy a lot more than it's going to hurt me. Chris the Crackodon is gone. Dark Flare Dragon.
How did I know you were going to make that joke?
Yes. Yes, you would.
How did I know? Oh, please tell me this isn't another freeze. Oh, no, another freeze on Battle Fader. Goodness gracious.
So, Nexus freezes for Dummy, and Book freezes for Champion. Is Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro still an option?
Why Geo Pro?
I don't know, just the other automated system that we could use, or that people rarely use. To be fair, I only use Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro for deck building. That has a awesome deck building area.
I duel with it too because I like to customize my YGO Pros. This is the potential last one to go through for Dummy. That means one more freeze. Dummy might surrender, or this will get postponed.
Who knows? But I mean, I still got faith.
Not me, says I.
Says the Tetsu, and not I, says the Music Man. We will continue on. We will see what happens next. Game 2 is happening. And let's see what will happen now.
Nothing happened for Champion's turn. Dummy draws.
Are you sure this just wasn't the same duel 3 minutes ago? Okay, Reborn Tengu. Direct attack?
I am sure because there wasn't a pot of duality or Reborn Tengu.
Oh, fairly true. No Gortzo. 3 cards face down for Dummy.
And then there's also 3 cards right there. Did you notice that?
Oh, no, I did not.
Well, now you do.
Well, thank you for pointing it out. I much appreciate it. Champion2421 brings in the Twin Twisters.
Now that's deja vu minus the discard.
Alexander Dragon is discarded, and we see Twin Twisters and Storming Mirror Force to the grave. 1 card face down. Instant Fusion.
And here comes the Thousand Eyes Restrict once more.
Reborn Tengu, though might not have been the fairest move, but Reborn is back out, and let's see what will happen.
Just a direct swing.
2,700, he's down to 36.
And 1,700 points of damage right to the schnoz.
2 more turns like that, we may see Game 3. But no, return to the front lines.
I wouldn't bank on it, though, considering that return to the front lines.
Oh, that's smart, though. Wow.
It really is.
Yeah, Instant Fusion keeps it on for a turn, but once it's in the grave, it can be brought back. Thousand Eyes Restrict.
Since Instant Fusion counted as an actual fusion summon.
Absolutely. And it has a pretty good lock on it, too. Other monsters cannot change their battle position or attack.
Oh. But Dummy4.4 says, no, not in my house.
And not even that. He gets his 3rd Reborn Tengu. Because...
Meaning more, or perhaps he doesn't. Perhaps he has that 3rd Reborn Tengu in hand.
I suppose so.
Yes, he does.
1,900.
Thank you for confirming that, Dummy.
Now, Champion...
And now it's Champion's turn.
Monster Reincarnation. Discarding Chaos Sorcerer for Alexander Dragon.
Gotta love that beefy beat stick.
Absolutely.
And Dummy finally takes a little bit of damage.
Yep, but it's far, far from over. Pot of Duality, Kaija Vortrader, I see a Raigeki, and I didn't get to see the 3rd card. But, doesn't matter, we got Raigeki.
Exactly.
Now the question is, what will Dummy bring out? Face down.
Oh, saving that Raigeki is actually going to be smart, again, considering how explosive Chaos Dragons are.
Absolutely. Card Trooper. He's gonna take out 3. I think I saw all 3 light monsters. But, however, Card Trooper is a solid 1900, and this might do some damage, if done right. Alex and the Dragon, Battle Fader.
Setting a Battle Fader.
I think that's more...
Oh, I sense a Simourgh.
Yes. Oh, and here's Regeki. Does he have it? Oh, wait. Oh,
there
this
it
is
is. Dark Simourgh.
Direct attack. Game 2 goes to Dummy4.4.
Game 3.
Oh. So wait, this is the real question. What took longer, Game 1 or Game 2?
Game 1.
Yeah, I know, by a long shot. But I'm still glad this happened. Smart move. I actually thought
this just increases the intensity and pressure of the duel, honestly.
When you think Champion has constant pressure on Dummy, then Dummy comes out with a smart, well thought out plan like this. I actually thought he would have brought out Kaiser Force Raider.
He couldn't have done that off of Pot of Duality.
Yeah, very true. That's why I chose Regeki in the end. Dummy starts Reborn and a face down. Let's see what Champion has to offer.
Pot of Duality and Chaos Dragons. Huh.
Yeah, I wouldn't think about it either. Especially since Pot of Duality prevents you from special summoning during the turn you use it.
Yeah, it does slow you down during that turn, but it also can set you up for some epic power plays next turn.
Absolutely. Upstart might give you a +1, but Pot of Duality, to me, it gives you one of 3 choices.
You keep saying that Upstart Goblin gives you a +1, and that's not true. It gives you a break even.
Thank you for the terminology fix. Curry Bandit on the field. And looks like he's going to choose that Pot of Duality. But
he'll likely be going for that Call of the Haunted. Very good card, that.
That could work too. Call of the Haunted also a good card, but I'm also seeing a lot of good Dark Monsters go to the grave, which can only mean one thing.
Which would make Call of the Haunted more viable.
Exactly. Oh, no, you went with Pot of Duality.
Pot of Duality could be another good idea.
He's probably using that to help thin the deck, or most likely trying to find a Foolish Burial to send a Assault. No, not an Assault. Yeah, Eclipse Wyvern. Could be. But Champion's down to 6,300. He's using a Twin Twisters on only 1 card. Good choice, though. Bottomless Trap Hole. And here's that Foolish Burial that we were just talking about. What card?
Let's listen to Eclipse Funzy play.
And looks like we found out that discarded card was returned to the front lines. Dummy isn't complaining, and neither will I.
Not a horrible idea, but not the greatest thing I've ever seen. But Champion2421 is a knight for a reason.
Absolutely. He knows down the line he has a solid plan. And from what we've seen in previous games, he did not need Call the Haunted or Return to the Front Lines to bring out cards from the grave that he needed. But now the question is, what dragon is he going to banish? There we go. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. A level 10, 2800 attack point monster that essentially can summon 1 dragon per turn. Once it's on the field, obviously. But now the real question is, what is Champion going to use to defend himself? Chaos Sorcerer.
He's going to use that.
Absolutely. Darkness Metal Dragon.
If he can normal summon a dragon, he might be able, or do that, you know.
Yeah, why not?
Claptrapin's always nice.
And Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon is back.
And we have the Burial from a Different Dimension play, putting 3 of the banished cards back into the graveyard. So we're going to definitely be seeing the Light Pulsar loop once again.
Very good. Mellow Dragon, bringing out Light Pulsar. It's a good thing this is only Dummy's first reborn. Chaos Sorcerer banishes, but reborn will still be able to come out. Light Pulsar
and
attacks.
Here comes the third one, only to be a sacrifice to Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon's Hunger.
Absolutely. But at least it's better to lose that kind of card. And oh snap! Thousand Eyes Restrict coming to play. And Regeki, smart move.
Very smart idea, that.
Though,
good way to nuke the field.
Absolutely. And destroying Light Pulsar before Red Eyes Darkness Mellow Dragon, very smart move. Paul Duality brings out one Raigeki. Champion will be definitely needing that later. Dummy draws. Right now it looks like Dummy has the advantage. Definitely does
and
now.
And there's another Dark Simourgh for you.
And the direct attack. 2,700. Champion's down to 3,600. Dummy at 7,000.
This is indeed a close match.
Absolutely. This Winged Beast shows no prisoners. Also, his opponent cannot set any cards on the field. That cancels a lot.
However, still susceptible to Raigeki.
Possible, but when bound together by a card called Anti-Magic Fragrance, it's nearly unkillable.
Yeah, Anti-Spell Fragrance and Dark Simourgh make one hell of a lock.
Okay, that lock or Horus and Jinzo?
Horus and Jinzo.
Okay, valid.
I personally prefer the Horus Jinzo lock. Then again, the Simourgh Fragrance lock does almost the same thing. The Horus Fragrance lock is actually inherently better, but you are also, if memory serves, are you? No, you are not locked out of your plays, I'm sorry.
No.
You just have your plays drastically slowed down.
Yes. Light Pulsar Dragon for the direct attack. And Battle Fader.
For once did not freeze.
Yep, but it did freeze his attack, and he had to end the battle phase. Dummy agrees. Dummy's turn, and he has one tribute.
I'm kind of marveling at how awful that particular joke was.
Perhaps.
And another Dark Simourgh hits the field.
He is just ready to rock and roll today. Champion down to 900.
900 life points left for Champion2421. Still 7,000 for Dummy.
But yet, why do I feel that Champion can still turn this thing around? Main phase 1 time. This is where it all comes down.
And it's a defensive Light Pulsar Dragon. However, attacking that Light Pulsar Dragon will mean Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon returns to the field.
So, very smart move, not just trying to put it into attack mode. Or is it? Oh, here's that tribute summon into attack mode.
That's because Light Pulsar Dragon missed timing.
I see. It's when it's sent to the graveyard, correct?
When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, yes. But if there is another action that interrupts it when it says the word when, then your timing is missed. And as I said, there's the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon and the ability to turn the game around.
Absolutely. He's going to use a special ability, bring out one Light Pulsar Dragon, and let's see Champion take out some life points. What are we going to look at here? Dark Simourgh Dragon attacks that Winged Beast over there. Light Pulsar attacks Chris the Crack of Dawn. And we're back with one Battle Fader.
Let's see what Dummy can do about this.
Another Pot of Duality, bringing out most likely Storming Mirror Force.
the only out that I can see right now.
Champion at 700, Dummy at 6,300. 2 cards in the hand for Champion, 2 monsters on the field, while Dummy has Battle Fader, 1 spell or trap, and 1 monster, and 1 card in his hand. Actually, I was kind of excited to see this duel. This duel is just really a duel of will and fates. I mean, you kind of see every kind of duel happen.
That was actually an incredibly intelligent move, putting Light Pulsar Dragon in defense mode and setting a monster. That means he's got 2 meat shields to bait out that Storming Mirror Force.
That is, if that is the card that's set. We don't know that for a fact. But we'll see what happens in the battle phase. Oh, Red Darkness Mode Dragon is also in defense mode. Pulsar Dragon, Battle Fader, and no trap is activated. Dummy draws. Looks like he's ready. Looks like he's ready to start up a play. Monarch Stormforth. Question is, what is he going to tribute? Mathematician, the face down card. Kaiser Vorce Raider will attack the defense position Light Pulsar. He's at 2,400. What will
He's baiting out an attack. Or at least trying to.
That's what he may do. Who knows if Dummy will eventually bring out an equip card that could increase his attack even farther. But we'll figure it out once the time comes. Champion 700?
It's very interesting to watch these two duel.
Absolutely. I mean, they're really evenly matched, no matter what kind of decks that they play against each other. They always find a way to anticipate each other's movements and really go in for the kill.
After all, these two are knights for a reason.
Indeed, Light Pulsar attacks Kaiser, and he's forced to put on that Storming Mirror Force. Main phase 2. Red Eyes jumps into attack. And his special ability will happen to bring out Light Pulsar. From the grave. Just wanted to be sure which one he was going to be using.
That's smart to maintain hand presence.
That's what we were talking about.
But we do have to realize, if Dummy runs Caius, a Caius will win this game.
Short agreed. Maybe we'll see that soon. After all, Champion did have... well, very much so. Champion did run quite a few Twin Twisters, and some of them are already in the grave. Banishes one for another Light Pulsar. Which is strange, because I would assume he would just special summon them via Darkness Mode Dragon's effect.
Well, he could also do it that way, and he still has his normal summon available.
Yep.
So it looks like this is game.
That looks like game.
Holy shit. This was absolutely amazing, so congratulations to both duelists for an intensely close game, and thank you all so much for watching.
If you care to like this, that'd be awesome. If you'd like to let us know what you think, be sure you write it down in the comments below. Check out some other duels, because there are plenty of them, plenty close ones, plenty OP ones. But most importantly,
and as always, we cannot wait to see you in the next duel. Stay true to your deck.